One Micronesia Show, and the show continues. This next one, the FSM Anti-Trafficking Human Services Division. Who are they? What do they do? We're about to find out. In July 2019, President David W. Penuelo advised the attendees of the Anti-Human Trafficking Conference that we will send a message from the FSM to the world. If you've come to exploit our youth, you've come to the wrong country. We are unified and singing the same song in our work together to prevent and end the evil of human trafficking. On September 16, 2019, Penuelo signed a presidential order amending Executive Order Number 1 to reorganize and expand the duties and responsibilities assigned to the Division of National Police and to the Division of Immigration and Labor, and to formalize the establishment of the Anti-Human Trafficking Division of the Department of Justice. Lino, Amor, Assistant Secretary heading the Division of Anti-Human Trafficking in the FSM Department of Justice, the FSM National Government, and Pohnpei State Government.
There was a case here in Guam way back at the Blue House. And I think that's what triggered our leaders back there to go out and to make the law for human trafficking. And in addition to that, there were things that were popping up that not necessarily just rumors going around. So the government cannot do anything without being pass the law first. So once they pass it, then they create a division. And yes, there were cases that we ran into, or way before us that they ran into, that we had to work for it. And there were cases where we had to bring in the victims and government take care of the victim because of the situation between the victim and the perpetrator. And, us is a small place for us, so everyone knows one another, so we need to take care of that. And again, maybe because of our party with the United Nations, and we have to come, that's part of the agreement between us to create the office for that.
The Division of Anti-Human Trafficking Services will investigate reports and complaints involving or possibly involving trafficking in persons or related offenses. The division will coordinate with a national policy and investigation, including the interviewing of the witnesses and gathering of evidence. The division will conduct public awareness campaigns with the ultimate goal of eradicating human trafficking from the nation so thoroughly and completely that future generations of citizens will learn about trafficking as a problem solved long ago. Alec Talley is the assistant coordinator of the division.
Some of the services that we provide, mainly we assist with victims of human trafficking. We do have services in connection with other NGOs, like for counseling, medical aid, education. Even for in assistance with the prosecution of the case. Those are some of the services that we have, and also we have shelters all over the FSM for to provide that assistance to the victim of human trafficking.
Since the inception of the division, has there been any uptick in cases involving human trafficking? Talley provides an update.
most of the cases that happened or took place in the FSM are more of sex trafficking cases. So far, we haven't get any reported labor trafficking cases, sex trafficking cases. But then, yes, our most recent update, as far as the cases in the FSM, we have 7 since July 2022. We have 7 cases in the FSM itself. And out of those 7 cases, we have only 2 of them that are still active, but most of them are disposed of. What I mean by disposed of is they were either on a bill or they're serving time.
Amor adds,
Even if we're not getting as many cases as we expected, but one of our main thing is to bring the awareness and educate the public on this horrific crime. It's in one of the requirements that we have in our duties, and we believe that taking it to one step ahead, like going to the public, sharing with them what is human trafficking, the indicators, and where to call, who to call, like that. And that's why we're here this morning to, even though there's no case yet, but we're sharing the information with our brothers and sisters out there, either whether they're staying in the FSM or without staying outside the FSM. So that's another part of our work, awareness.
And in that awareness and education is informing the community about possible indicators of human trafficking.
One indicator that it's really common in the FSM. It's like we have these young folks. They just stop hanging out with kids at their age, and they become very dependable or on alcohol and drugs and all those other substances, and they became, I don't want to say became drug addicts, but you know they're really into using all those substances. Another indicator is young kids hanging out with older folks, which we I mean, it's back home you can tell who's related to who, because everybody pretty much knows everybody. And you seeing this other kid hanging out with another elder who is not related or any of such relation, like family or friends, or but somehow they've been hanging out after hours. What I mean by after hours is, you know, past 10, past 11, midnight, and so on. And some of these victims, I mean, they're very unsocialized. Like they're trying to avoid being part of what's going on.
Another good indicator for us FSM citizens, because we travel with passport, and sometimes they will take away your passport from you, and they keep them. That's a really good indicator that something is wrong. So they wouldn't be. I mean, your passport, that's yours. You should be keeping it. And again, they promise you to come and work for me this much, that much. When you got there, it's a different story. Those the two common indicators, I think, for the FSM citizens.
If somebody feels they are falling victim to human trafficking or knows someone that is, head to their page on Facebook, FSM Anti-Human Trafficking Program, AHTP, where you can send a direct message and it will remain confidential. Amazing work that's being done out of that office in Pohnpei and out throughout the 4 states and what they do. Thank you guys so much. Guys,